Hello, welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do. So let's jump right into today's review, which is on the Orient North, written not sure when. It was certainly before 1988 because it did appear as a episode of Bradbury Theater in that year. Anyhow, on the Orient North, while riding the Orient Express north through France, Miss Minerva Halliday volunteers her services as a nurse to a sickly passenger. She diagnoses him immediately as being dead or as being a ghost, which is sort of comical. She says that she knows what his problem is and what he needs and how to care for him because she experienced an encounter with a ghost as a little girl. So they head north across Europe. They enter France. Ultimate destination is England or Scotland. When they get to the border, he is terribly weak, but they hop on the ferry across the channel. They encounter a group of children who seem to be drawn to him. Obviously, they can see him and they are aware of him. He begins to tell them ghost stories, which they believe, as children do, and sort of their belief in him and their willingness to be frightened and to have fun gives him strength and revives him. However, as he disembarks from the ferry, Minerva dies. Her body is seen laying on the gangplank, but yet she is beside him walking, now in her new ghostly form. It's a ghost story, I guess, but it's mainly metaphorical. It's sort of like Freddy Krueger, in that the children of Elm Street, their belief and their fear in him gives him strength, gives him life. But it's more so about, I think, the experience of fictional characters and the writers who create them. Writers need an audience, and then as long as your writing has an audience, sort of you remain living as an author. That's why, books from hundreds of years ago, sort of they remain alive. The characters stay alive because people continue to believe in them and to experience them and to enjoy them. And you could take it as that. In a situation where the author is dead, but also in the case of authors who have long careers and they're living, but yet they can often face the sort of feeling of being forgotten, and that even if they never really had any success, maybe their characters were never given the proper life that they deserve because they never were able to reach an audience who could sort of give them life beyond the page. I think the tale is a little poorly realized. It's not all that clear what is going on. I mean, I sort of described it as a ghost story, but also being primarily metaphorical. I guess some critics would find this enjoyable, sort of kind of more artistic, but I think it's a little bit odd the way it plays out, sort of in the Bradbury sort of genre context. But there's definitely the nuts and bolts of a good tale here. I don't think it's, again, fully realized in the most enjoyable fashion. It's also, it's just as if it's a little bit ghostly of a tale. It's a little bit thin, a little bit lacking and missing in clarity and context. And I think it could have been a little bit better, but it's definitely the basis for a great idea that someone could expand on. Yeah, guys, on the Orient North from Ray Bradbury, the latest review here on Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. We are more than halfway through this collection, Bradbury Stories, which has 100 tales, and I'm reviewing them all here for you on Let's Talk. If this is something you think you'd be interested in, be sure to dig back into the previous episodes here on the playlist, and also look forward to the next 45 or so that are still to come. In addition to that, we also have a couple thousand other videos here on Let's Talk covering a wide range of topics which may interest you if by chance that this did not. So thank you for tuning in. Believe in ghosts, and I'll see you again soon.